Hi everyone! Today we are going to talk about my Philtrum piercing again! I have had it for a few months now and I just want to go over the pros and cons of having them or having it in my own personal opinion. So here we go. It is super cute. I love it. I think that a Philtrum piercing will look good on anyone. It is a very feminine piercing. I feel like it is the best looking oral piercing out of all the options that you have. I think that cheek piercings are really cute as well, but that's not really around the mouth. I don't think I have to go through the pros, but I do think that I have to go through the cons because I have experienced a couple of them already. I don't know if the pros outweigh the cons, but these are the cons that I have discovered. And I do think that it's worth keeping even with these cons, but that is up to your individual discretion. The first con is that it is right in the center of your face. It is not discreet at all. You cannot hide it. In two of my previous videos when I was getting my wisdom teeth removed, I did have a glass retainer in my Medusa piercing, and guess what? You could see it. At least with lower lip piercings, you can hide it because your lip kind of goes over and the lip piercing is under. So if you use a clear retainer, it's not really that noticeable. However, because this is on top, you're always going to see it, no matter what. Second is it will always rub against your gums, always. And depending on how you have it pierced, it might rub against your teeth. It might also get caught on your teeth. Before I got my Philtrum pierced, I asked a bunch of people I know who also had the piercing, and it ranged from, yes, it touches my teeth, it gets caught on my teeth if I open my mouth a certain way, and no, it doesn't touch my teeth. Or, yes, it touches my gums all the time. I'll say that mine is pierced pretty comfortably. It does touch my gums all the time. I don't really notice it now, but if I think about it, yes, it is always rubbing against my gums 100% of the time. Am I worried about gum recession? No, because it's not on the line between my gums and my teeth. It's right here that's always touching. Can you see that? And if you feel it, I have a dip in my gum now from where the plate sits. Third con, my Philtrum piercing is pierced straight. It's not pierced at a downwards angle, which I have found a lot of people's are. That means the top webbing on my lip is right where the plate sits, and sometimes, like if I go like this, the plate actually has to go around the top tongue webbing, and that gets really aggravating sometimes. And when I have to change the jewelry, it pinches because I have to pull my lip out, and that stretches the webbing and it hurts. 4, I can never do martial arts. I have a nose piercing, a septum piercing, and my Medusa pierced. My nose I'm not worried about. My septum I've had for 11 years. I'm not really worried about that either. But according to my piercer, the Philtrum piercing closes super fast, which means I can never take it out. And that also means in the event that I ever get into a fight in real life, if I get punched in the face, it's really going to damage my teeth. Not that that's a huge concern for me, because I guess I could just get my teeth pulled out and replaced with fake ones. Yeah. It's gotten to that point. 5, it will damage your teeth. It will scrape off the enamel on your 2 front teeth. I have been told that by my piercer, and logically it's going to happen. Now, my piercing does not touch my teeth. However, if I go like this, it touches my teeth. sometimes I feel it scraping against my teeth when I open my mouth a certain way, or if I'm like eating certain foods or saying certain words, which I can't think of right now. But I do feel the plate scraping against my teeth, and that does worry me because I have very little enamel on my teeth to begin with, and now this is just going to scrape off more as time goes on. But again, I'm okay with that. 6, if you have a runny nose, this always gets in the way. I have a very small nose. As you can see, it's not that far away from my philtrum, and my nose doesn't protrude that far out, so it's pretty much right in line with my lip, which means when I blow my nose, if I have a lot of snot, it goes into my piercing, and that is super disgusting when you think about it. So gross. 7, I have a very hard time changing it by myself because when I have to pull my lip out to try to put something in, it kind of like warps the fistula and it's just a nightmare. So every time I need to change my piercing, I have to go all the way to my piercer and be like, can you please change my piercing? And I will be back in a few days to have it changed back for whatever reason I needed to get it changed in the first place. 8, anything around your face and neck and hands are called job stoppers. There's a reason, because nobody wants to hire somebody who has holes or tattoos on any highly visible area, this included. Some people don't notice, but I attribute that to the fact that they're blind. But for those who do notice, they don't want it in your face, and you will have a harder time finding a job with this in your face. Again, it's hard to hide. 9, people will always be asking you if this is real. Apparently, Medusa piercings are not common, and I live in New York City, which is really strange. But a lot of people think that it's a gem that you just stick on, or that it is a microdermal piercing that doesn't go through your lip, and you have to kind of like show them because they're curious, and that's fine, but I don't want to constantly be putting my fingers in my mouth to satisfy strangers' curiosity. Though I also feel like it's important to educate people, so I do it anyway. 10, your mouth is constantly moving. Like, I talk a lot. I work in customer service. I'm always going like this all day, and I feel like that aggravates the tissue around the piercing, because on the inside of my lip I will always have a ring of scar tissue. When it's small, it's fine, but when it grows larger, it's really gross and it really bothers me, and it starts hurting because there's not enough room. The bar is too short to accommodate the piercing and a bunch of scar tissue, which means I have to stand there in the bathroom mirror and rip off the scar tissue. FYI, don't do that. And then it bleeds everywhere, and then it's fine for a couple days or weeks, and then it happens again, and it's a never-ending cycle. It's a personal problem. It happened to me with my lip piercings all the time, which was fine because this is more easily accessible than this. And it is a mild annoyance, but I look at it as piercing upkeep, so it's not really that bad in the grand scheme of things, but it's still very annoying to have to deal with. Moral of the story, lots of cons with a philtrum piercing, but 100% worth it. But that is pretty much it. Thanks for watching my philtrum update. I'm so excited. And I will see you next time.